And they're going to throw the green flag.
This is them coming off of pit road after they had been warned to settle down.
When you leave pit road, you can't go above the yellow line. And he was, in his eagerness to get to the 20 car, went above the yellow line.
The green flag is out, so we'll see what Matt does.
Well, I mean, Matt will come in, but he pretty much knows that his day is over. He doesn't have a shot at winning this race any longer.
Robbie Reiser might be more angry with Matt now than he is with Tony Stewart. Because you saw how Stewart's car came back from its contact. It's a pass-through penalty for the 17.
There's Michael Waltrip and then Napa car right there, side by side of the 5 car. That's the first time we really talked about Michael. Gets around this place very good.
Robbie Reiser is hot.
He's furious.
Matt, we got to settle down out there and just ride in line. They're going to get you with a pass-through here.
Junior leads.
Oh! Biffle moves out, gets a push from Mark Martin, and is trying to go by the 8th car of Dale Earnhardt Jr.
The 6 of Martin and the 16 of Biffle are teammates from Roush Racing. Biffle has a win here at Daytona in the July race.
You got to come down for a pass-through. You got to come down for a pass-through.
I can't.
For what, Robbie? All I did was put my hand up and I took off. I haven't done nothing wrong. I didn't run into anybody. I didn't do anything.
NASCAR doesn't agree with that.
I don't think he can go above that yellow line when he leaves the pits.
Can you ask him for clarification, and then I'll be right there because I'd like to know what I did wrong first. And then you were screwing around with the 20, and that's why you're making us do this. Hold up next to him, put my hand up to him like, why did you do that? That's all I did.
Well, he pulled up next to him and passed him. They had already warned those guys, Benny.
Scorecard, man. We're going to have to come down.
I thought that it was for going.
I just wanted a clarification of what it was for to make sure I was right.
Junior going for the lead. Jimmy Johnson going to help him.
I'm a little surprised Biffle hung Mark out. Mark helped Biffle get the lead, and Biffle just hung Mark out to dry on the outside. Now Mark's on the inside. Probably won't forget that later on in the race.
Earnhardt Jr.
I'll tell you what, back in that 1 car, Martin Truex Jr., another impressive run today. We saw him brush the wall off turn 2 very early in the race.
Matt Kenseth, the pit road to serve his pass-through penalty. Means he has to make a lap down pit road, does not have to stop.
At 55 miles per hour.
And these guys are going how fast?
185.
So Matt's going to lose considerable ground here.
Now that's the blend line I was talking about. You're supposed to stay below that, but maybe on the caution flag you can go up there. I thought that's what NASCAR was getting him for.
I think they're getting him for weaving at the 20, forcing the 20 down below the yellow line. And then he passed him anyway, which you can't do coming off of pit road. Wow. Kyle Busch right underneath Craig Biffle. Now you can't pass here. This is a no passing zone. You have to hold your position. So Kenseth comes up. Watch him turn down.
And that's what NASCAR is saying that they penalized him for. Aggressive driving towards the 20.
Whoa, Junior down below that yellow line, but
Kyle
looked
Busch
like he may have been forced down there.
Up high. And takes the lead.
Getting strung out a little bit here. They'll close back up in no time, though.
Now, if you think Matt Kenseth and Robbie Reiser were mad a few seconds ago, they ran a lap that they are not going to be scored for because Matt did not answer the black flag.
Oh, boy.
Really?
So this is now for Matt Kenseth, the Daytona 502.5. We watch the leaders, Kyle Busch in the 5 car in front of Earnhardt, and check with Marty.
Well, let's see the explanation Robbie Reiser got. What explanation did you get for the penalty, Rob?
I don't really know. I guess we didn't really cause a wreck. I don't understand any of it at all. You know, the guys have been done a great job with this race car, and Matt did a hell of a job up there front. Just one of those deals, I guess.
Did they mention anything about the blend line?
Is there one?
Yeah.
I don't think
Did they mention it?
I don't think there is one from way to call in this race today.
Oh, well, obviously outspoken, Robbie Reiser, and not happy with the penalty. Matt still upset inside the race car. He said the car cannot keep up with the draft anyway, so we're done for the afternoon. They're going to ride around. Alan?
With Greg Zipadelli, Tony Stewart's crew chief, how bad is the damage to your car, and can you come back from the penalty in the lost track position?
I think so. He needs to be patient now. We got a long way to go. We obviously got a pretty good race car, and he's a pretty good driver on these restricted plates. So we just need to settle down, think about what we're doing here, and we got plenty of time to get this Home Depot Chevrolet back on the front.
Did Tony have a reaction to the penalty?
No. Everything's all right.
All right, thanks, Zippy.
Thanks, Alan. Kyle Petty has returned to the race in the 45 car. He's scored 29 laps down.
All right, there the front pack goes by. Now there's a second pack come in there. We see Tony Stewart is second in that pack along with the 11 car of Denny Hamlin, his teammate.
Stewart, sorry, go ahead, Bob.
I was just going to say, the reason he's in that pack or he's so far back is when Kenseth and Stewart came out of the pits, they had a long way to go to catch up with the pack, and these guys got the green before Tony Stewart could catch up with the pack.
Plus, he had the penalty. He had to start at the rear of the field, although he wasn't even close to the rear of the field when they restarted. Kyle Busch is the 15th different leader of this race. That ties all Daytona records. Busch out front in the 500.
NBC's coverage of the 48th Daytona 500 is brought to you by Team Chevy. 25 of the last 34 NASCAR Manufacturers Championships and counting. Chevy, an American revolution. By the new Sprint. Sprint, yes you can. By State Farm. Great service and great rates. You can get it all from State Farm. And by Pepsi. It's the cola.
Under green here at Daytona, Jimmy Johnson is the race leader, followed by Kyle Busch. A lot of stories starting to unfold. There is Tony Stewart, 23rd last time by, and he is right behind Matt Kenseth.
Surrounded by all his friends. 24 is there. We got run up, pinched off of 2 earlier in the race.
Tony is following Matt Kenseth.
And I'll tell you, Matt Kenseth knows exactly where Tony Stewart is on this racetrack right now.
And here are his thoughts on Tony after the last caution came out.
Tony wrecked me, guys. Tony wrecked me plain as day. Okay, so let me get this straight. I had a winning car, and I'm going to run like something, and they put him to a rear at a track he could draft. You think maybe they could put him a clamp down or something?
Caution flag is out. Waiting to find out why.
See Robbie Gordon.
Yeah, we got Robbie Gordon's got a tire coming off. You know, I saw Robbie get real high in turn 2 about a lap ago, and I believe he hit the wall coming off of 2.
Yeah, we see damage on the right side of this automobile.
Robbie Gordon missed the Daytona 500 a year ago.
Let's see, where's he at?
Right up there on the right.
Okay, yeah, very high. See him, Robbie's way up there. He may be even losing a tire at this point.
And all these cars see that slower car and go to the inside and somehow miss him.
How many has Bobby Labonte missed today in that 43 car? There's another one that's right in front of him. Sterling Marlin in the 14. Rookie Clint Boyer in that 07. Robbie Gordon on pit road for repairs. 124 laps are complete.